Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Welcome back. An innocent bystander talking about welcome back. Welcome back to him. He's got his 30B on Cliff. It's a tier 10 French medium tank with no camo. Come on, man. It's Christmas. Buy camo. Anywho, he is headed up to the middle here. Got a T92 ahead of him, an LT42, 432. Lots of scouts headed up the hill. Innocent's going to have a big old game right here, so let's see what happens. This is a pretty standard spot to come to with a fast or fast-ish medium. Going to come up in here. Only more than he has to, or no more than he has to. Actually gets a shot without getting spotted. Good on him. Using the bushes there. And the bat chat probably spotted him. Either saw him or proxy. Oh, it takes a chance. You don't have a big game without taking a chance. Holy macaroni, that that would have gone a long way to making this not a very good game. Holy cow. How come those guys never miss me? There's another shot into him. Using the timing right there, he knew that the Type 5 was going to take a while to reload. He also knew that while moving it has giant dispersion. The dispersion circle gets quite big, so took a little bit of a chance, but probably still inside that guy's reload cycle. Only one artillery. Does get spotted doing this, but just barely pokes up. Really picking apart this poor Type 4. I thought it was a Type 5. It's actually a Type 4. And there's a Tier 8 artillery, which can hurt this tank pretty well. He's just tearing this guy up. It's got a lot of heat on board this thing. This is one of his favorite tanks and just eats up the Type 4 for 2,787. But that patent is a pretty standard spot, especially if they can get that little donut area down there, the ramp area. They'll come around that corner and start punishing you. If you get too high up on this hill here, it's like Canonin, being foolish, eats a couple shots. Looks like his scouts got the hill. Oh, he's going to back up just a little too much. Innocent's moving up, and now he's got these guys down in the open. Oh, that's too bad. Not able. Look at this nice backwards side scraping here. Just barely poking out. Man, he is really making these guys miss. And down goes the Progetto. Who got him? The Carnarvon. What was the? Oh, he's down below. Oh, finally there's a hit on him. Patents are pretty accurate. Puts a little shot there. I'm a little bit surprised there's not a TD back on that hill shooting at him right here. So let's keep a look at where those 3 TDs are. It looks like the 268 4 is down in the middle there. Now he does get spotted crossing. There's a bat chat behind him. Finds that guy on the hill, and now that guy's in big trouble. Oh! Object finds him. He's going to try to cover up. Nice shot. Oh, wow. So moving forward and turning. Here comes the bat chat trying to finish him off. Puts a shot on him. Looks like the bat chat's on a reload. Jam on the brakes and ram him. Almost. Went right by. Oh, that's going to help. A little fire. There you go. When you have big games, sometimes those little lucky things come together and help you out. Where are we going here? Game is not completely won. Nice job jumping down this hole. There you go. So what he was worried about was he knew that 430U was still over there. And that's going to be a tough one for him to take on alone. 430U has pretty reasonable expectation of bouncing some of Innocent's shots. And Innocent has near zero expectation of bouncing any of the 430U's shots. They're still pretty heavy down there. They got the 268-4. There's the Patton as well. So between the two of them, he's not going to last very long. Patton, though, looks to be coming back. So being a little more cagey here. There he is. Whoa, threads it right between those columns, and down goes the Patton. So that evens things up a little bit. He's going to go ahead and push right in here pretty aggressively on this 430U. He's got artillery's help if he's on this side. He's got artillery shooting him if he's on the other. The 268, I was just about to say, is just about dead. You might get a shot, but down he goes. Now this is just cleanup time. He's at 6,073 damage. Right in behind the 430U. Dude, you does not like that. Turns around. Trying to. Oh, that was unlucky bounce. That was a crit no damage. That's what was a bummer about. What the? Where did that shot go? I have no idea. I think it went in the ground right in front of him, but I'm not sure. So it turns out that they didn't have a TD. Now look at him. Okay, so what he's doing right there, he just used, and it's fading away, but there's a line right there. If you've got it set up to show the shots coming in, that shows the exact direction the shot came from, which I sort of wish was not in the game. But if you can line that up and then look at the elevation and the likely spots, oftentimes your blind shots will have decent accuracy, actually. He's in there somewhere. He's just firing away. He's at 6,542. Comes up to this bush. Not really. He's not really too early. Oh, you got spotted in there. It's one of the stirve things, right? An S1? Sure is. So he did not hit him. That guy was at full hit points. Oh, does not quite get that last shot. Remember, folks, when you get to the last part of that game like that and you're doing the cleanup stuff, take those snapshots, because more than likely everyone else who's closer to artillery is going to get him dead before you can aim in. Man, that was a great game. 6,542. Ends up being only 2 kills, but just laying out the pain right and left. A good example of using maneuver, minimizing exposure, which is something Innocent does really well when he drives his mediums, is minimize the amount of time that he's exposed to take shots, maneuvering around terrain, moving his tank when he's starting to get pinned, getting out of places that are bad and getting to places that are safer, and knowing where those are. Probably worth a couple watches. Thanks for sending that in, dude. Appreciate it, and we will see you.